Do I think it's trustworthy to buy Universal Monster Turtles from Alibaba or eBay? Yes. Um, Alibaba, AliExpress, very trustworthy. I would just look out for a good price. Generally, eBay's prices are way too expensive, really. So I wouldn't go there because there's no need. They're not that rare yet. So I would go either AliExpress, Alibaba. Usually you can find them. Sometimes you can find them for like $20 plus shipping, it's like $10 shipping. So you're in it, I don't know, $30. Sometimes some sellers, there's a bunch of different sellers. It's kind of like how Amazon third-party sellers can sell whatever they want. So you got to kind of shop around and look around. But yeah, I just be careful, but they're legit. That's where I got all mine from. Except for Raph, all these are from AliExpress, so definitely. All right, I think everyone's down for Leo, so let's go Leo. Oh boy, it's a lot of figures. I got the wave. Obviously, I knew there would be a bunch in the wave, but you don't really. I never expected them because the sixth wave is also coming in. I never expected them all to come in. So here we go. Samurai Leo. Super 7, when you get their figures, they'll ship you obviously the regular like box, everything in it. But all their figures come in this outer box, which is still branded. It has everything, saying all the spiel. So even though this is meant for like a protective box for shipping, I still like it. So this Leo, I think they sell for, it's like 54, I want to see. There's a ton. Yeah, the suitcase one. Yeah, the Super 7 Ultimates line, generally they're like $50. You can get them on sale sometimes, and what happens a lot is Amazon, after a month or two, will get them. So I open this up. Are you talking about the undercover one? Little Raph here. There's a ton. But yeah, they'll also comes in a nice little plastic bag. Oh, I changed it a little bit. So they're pricier, but very good presentation. And then you have this outer box. The Ultimates line, you're always going to get this. You see here, Ultimates, baby. Right there. And then you get this slip cover branded on the back. Each figure has its own little nice medallion there. Ooh, that slow reveal. And we have Samurai Leo. Catch down on the light, a lot of glare with the sun, but he's a beaut. I love the display window on these figures. If you're an inbox collector, I mean, you really can't go wrong. Put this right on your shelf. It's going to be great. Has the bio on back. And it's just red. Sewer Samurai Battle Commander. So let's crack him open. Yeah, I have a bunch of figures. I'm big into the Super 7 Ultimates line and the Universal Monsters from NECA. Ooh. Here we go. That outer display box. Take a moment to drink in that chemical-ridden plastic. Probably should not be breathing, but you gotta do it. kind of like wedged in there. You get a nice, kind of nice to have this little backdrop for, you know, if you like photos or whatnot. And so, ooh boy, we have the figure itself. That's looking sweet. This guy comes with a ton of accessories. Good lord. He's stacked to the hilt. Samurai Leo. Let's take him out. Huh, this one, he's actually not tied in or anything. He's wedged in there pretty good. Yeah, ooh. It's the 7-inch Samurai Leo. Look at that. Look at that guy. Yeah. His shield, of course, popped out. So you get a bonus look at the shield. All painted up. You can compare him. I have the original figure, what survived of him. I think I have everything but the sword. But you can see, Super 7, they take the original and they kind of just blow it up to modern standards. And I think they do a fantastic job. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I had to pick this guy up on eBay, and it was almost all complete except for the sword is missing, which sucks, but it's harder and harder these days to get like a nice complete version. I would say the articulation on mine, I think mine's been warmed up in the sun and the heat from shipping. A lot of folks, they'll tell you like when you get your figures to like warm them up, hot water stuff. I've never done that, but they say it helps with the articulation. Mine's really good, and I think partly just because it's already been in a hot delivery truck. So the arms, they don't really go too far up because you have that piece of armor immediately blocking it. But they do swivel around all that you like. Bending at the elbows. Bit of a twisty on the elbow. And the hands, kind of loosey-goosey here. That sweet detail on the helmet. That's a good helmet. Yeah, the legs also. Leo can do the splits. Now if let's scoot this in a bit, folks. Get a little closer to Leo. Yeah, look at him. Pretty good. They go back and forth. They can kick the knee. And then the foot, he's got cool little sandals on. That's neato. Again, they can't necessarily go super far around. They rock back and forth. Ooh, I like it. So, one thing I've heard a lot is that his extra hands, because now they got the, I don't know what you call these hands, they're like stylish posing hands, right? Can't hold anything, but they look cool. A grab-on? These are if you're talking about these, they're Carzillas. Look at those. Yeah. They're like, kind of like battery-operated cars. I was a big fan back in the day. With Leo, I've heard... There. Hold on. I'm trying to get the right hands. I've heard his hands are hard to get off. They're certainly hard to get out of this mold. Let's see here. But it's been said that his hands are in there really good. So we'll try to switch out for some of his hands. Moment of truth, folks. Good Lord. Yeah, these are in there. I'll show you a comparison. So I'm pulling about as hard as I can to try to get the hands out. They're not popping. Raph's, this is my undercover Raph. His hands pop right out. Really no issues, just a tiny bit of pull. Sometimes his even pull out too easy, I would say. But Leo's hands, apparently they did it differently. Normally it's just like a single, kind of like a regular little peg there. You can see it wants to focus just like that, right? For whatever reason, Samurai Raph, they did like or Samurai Leo, they did like a double thing. And apparently that's what's causing the issue. Oh. Yeah, that hand. I honestly don't know if I can get it out. That's a bit of a problem, folks. Holy God. Yeah, they fucked that up. Ooh. Not good. People. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot of wiggling needed. I don't like that at all. I don't know. I mean, goes in easy, so that's good. Fast forward PRSS, I don't. So I've been a big TMNT fan. Who got that one out? My whole life. The 2003 series, around that time, I wasn't necessarily collecting figures. I would still watch the show occasionally, but at some point with TMNT, until you have like an actual like dedicated job and adult money, as they say, it's super expensive. So your parents are like, nah. So I didn't really get any of those. I'd love to get some. I think they're super cool, the fast forward ones especially, but they're kind of pricey on eBay or secondhand. I don't know if they made so many of them. I don't know if they were as successful. Yeah, these Leo hands definitely. Whew, that takes some doing. It's odd though, because they're very. The hand itself. Yeah, like the swivel, that's super easy, but getting these out, again, they did something weird here. Maybe they had too much complaints about it being loose. They did like a double notch on there. That, don't fall, buddy. Take it easy, all right? Yeah. They did like a double notch thing that makes it a real pain in the ass to pull out. So it's in there super good. Almost certainly I'm going to end up breaking one of these hands. No doubt about it. But let's try some of his weapons. So yeah, he's got other hands. He's got the fists, right? And then he's got the grippy hands. And then he's got like the cha hands. He's got kind of the classic. In the day, the weapons would come on this weapons rack. This one's pretty neat. It's like bamboo, right? And so it's just the green plastic straight up, very, very much what they originally came with. So they always do that generally with these Super 7 figures. So that's super cool. I don't like to take these ones off, especially because they provide painted versions. But it's super neat. You can have it as to display, to stand. This one's mine's a little bowed. So it doesn't want to stand super good. That's okay though. So let's get out. I mean, first we got to get out the scabbard. Let's do some swords. Ooh, this is nice. It's an actual little bungee string. So that's really nice. It's not going to break. Easily slide it around him. Like so. A little odd. He comes with 3 swords. And then 1 short sword. Let's get all these bad boys out. Ooh. Cool. So one is going just right in the scabbard. The right way. Okay. Yeah, so that fits right in there. Another going right in his hand. Like so. Well, mine's a little bent, but you know. That's very in keeping with the originals. One's going in his belt. He has the belt with a lot of storage, a lot of loops on it. And let's do the short sword as well. So he's going to be packing. Armed to the hilt, this samurai. Not going to be messing with him. If you want, he's got the 2 claws. I guess you could really fit that on any of the pairs of hands. It stays great in his hands. Like, it's a pretty solid figure. The only complaints I've heard about this one, I mean, Super 7, some of the legs are known to be loosey-goosey. Mine seem pretty good. And again, I took it right out of packaging, straight from the truck. So mine's probably maybe looser. But even with the open hand, the claw fits in there super good. Not falling out. That's pretty dope. He's got shurikens and throwing stars. I think those are shurikens, right? Who's a martial artist in the room? They're all taped in. I'll take out one of them. Let me put that in his belt. So yeah, he's properly kitted out. No issues with the weapons falling out. Love that. He's also got, lest you forget, his banner, I believe. Standard bearer. That's sweet. Ooh. So this is plastic, looking like bamboo. And then we got the cloth flag there, which it loops onto these things. Oh, wait, okay. Not super great on the loops. Sewer Samurai. And that, I think, is actually meant... You can put it on the little back loop here. A little bit of a tight fit. So you can see here, announcing proudly to all that he is the Sewer Samurai. pretty dope, man. Look at the look at the curve on that blade. Yeah, that one too. I don't really mind, but I don't know, it might concern some of you. So we have him there. He does come with a slice of pizza. This one looks like it's pepperoni. I don't know, some kind of fish, tuna. I don't know what kind of a sardine. What little sardine do they put on pizzas? Get a good look at that one. Yeah, pretty nice. I like the fully painted pizzas. But kind of the masterpiece, he's got a second head. This one is tied in there. Hold on. Oh god, it really super secured that baby in there. Okay, we got him. Check out this. This one is dope. A mask. Look at that samurai mask. It actually... I have this. This is this Leo samurai from the movie. Hey, Squimpus, what's up? How's it going? You can see he has the mask there. And then this is a proper samurai head mask. The heads on these figures, it's just like a little ball joint. Usually they pop off pretty easily. Nothing to it. While it's off, you can see some of the fine detailing on the back of the shell. He's got that green shell. Not painted a lot, but tons of detail in there. Super cool. Hey, Canis. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. Welcome. Sherman. Let's put that back on there. Ooh, I don't like... The flag can easily come out of the loops. That's not as cool. Guess I could tape it or something. But if we put on the masked head... Hey, Mika. Oh, freaking A. Jesus. See, it's just a little, kind of like a little ball peg thing. Jesus Christ. I think I got it on pretty good. Sometimes I want to hear a snap. Yep, the banner is cloth. And it fell right there. But yeah, it's not super well secured on there. Look at him though. Yeah, it's cloth. It's printed on it. It's pretty nice, actually. The original was just like a sticker, which is cool. Definitely more taped on there. Yeah, here we have... I could probably, well... I was wondering if I could do a double claw and a sword. But no, the claw definitely goes in the hands. Even the claws are painted very well. Fish face for $5. I think that's a steal. I would do it. I mean, especially the older retro figures. I would generally say anything under $10 is almost always great. You might want to be careful with bootlegs if that concerns you, because the older the figure on certain lines, they're liable to be bootleg depending on where you buy it from. One cool thing with the swappable heads on Super 7, if you have a regular turtle figure. It's all the same, so you can pop off this Leo. What's up? I was a big Transformers fan, for sure. Jesus. Well, actually, oh no. Looky here, actually. This one, it's a smaller hole for the head. So you can't... Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. That's strange. They have like a definitely a different head for that. A lot of them are swappable. This one won't be. Much smaller hole for that. That's a shame. I was really hoping to swap them around. Because you can even see... Like this one fits the smaller hole. The best place for vintage figures, it really depends. If you have any local shops, local toy shops or collector shops, usually you can get good deals. Right? That's the swapping I was intending to do. Can't do that. Looks like Leo has just a higher, like, that's what I was wanting to do. But yeah, local shops is good. Other than that, eBay is good. Maybe Mercari. I know a lot of folks love to use that. Facebook Marketplace, I've gotten some there. You just want to be careful because, you know, when it's just randos selling, you never know how reliable it's going to be. So you want to try and look out for like good reviews, if they've sold a lot, and the prices, things of that nature. But eBay, Mercari, those are good places. Local shops, again, they might be able to give you good deals. It gets pricey, especially because like during the pandemic, collecting really went through the roof. Jesus. Well, I think that's in there. Yeah, I really like Leo. He just has a ton of stuff and he's so kitted out. Like I need to... Let's try get him holding his second shield. His shield. Let's try hand number 2. Again, this figure notoriously... the peg on the hand has like a weird double thing. People have been having a hell of a time. So it really shouldn't be this hard. Oh. What it is. Getting it in actually feels the worst because it's so tiny. I don't know if you can see that so well. It's so tiny. If you're pressing the wrong way, super easy to like bend or break it. So I'd much rather the hand be too loose than... Thanks for the follow, Dylan. Appreciate it. Hope you're all having a good Thursday. I'd much rather the hands be too loose to get in than too hard. Like you can see this figure, it's nothing to it. Yeah, it really is. There's a custom toy maker who essentially made his own version, even more xenomorphy. So, you know what, actually, since I'm a lefty, I think I'm going to make Leo left-handed. Let's give him his cool short sword. Yeah, I just love the accessories on this guy are just killer. But yeah, you can see the grippy hand Grips super well. It's not coming loose. We'll do the shield. His belt loop, a ton of storage. I don't know why you would need 4 swords. Look at that. Look at that. So far with Super 7 Ultimates, I've done just the turtles. The thing, I don't know about you folks, but especially as an adult, action figures have gotten really pricey over the years. Like unless you get them on sale, these are going to be $50. I know they have like Thundercats. I think they used to have He-Man. They have their own line of figures. There's a lot I would love to get. There's SpongeBob. They have SpongeBob Ultimates, I believe. Super 7 has a ton of licenses. There's a ton I would love to get. I kind of have to be choosy though, because I'm a regular dude with a regular job. So the prices add up quick. How about you? What do you folks collect? The Power Ranger Turtles, those ones, I really like the bodies. I think that the turtle heads are a little goofy. I know GameStop had like a bunch of sales recently, and a bunch of folks picked them up on the cheap. I think the Green Ranger Shredder is freaking awesome, by the way. That figure is super cool. So if I ever saw them on sale, I would definitely pick them up, but as of now, I don't have any. Look at that. Yeah, all in all, this figure, aside from how hard the hands are to get out, yeah, I've been pretty lucky with mine. Most of the stuff I've gotten, not bad. Um, Even the legs. Some people say their legs are so loose they can't stand them up, but like this guy's fine. So it really depends. Yeah, Thundercats would be cool. I never watched the cartoon so much. My brothers always did, but they were super into Thundercats. This Leo has so many accessories, you can give them to other Leos. Even though this is like a Raph now. But that's what I like about generally most of the Super 7 turtles. Yeah, yeah. Some of the Power Rangers figures I think super cool. It's a cool series. I don't think that set they're like $50 for the two. That's why if you can get them on sale, it's really nice. But yeah, I wish you could swap out Leo's head with the other turtles, but the ball joint is just too big. The Super 7 Party Wagon, I have that too. I had to do like because it was like $500, right? And so I had to do it in installments, like payments. And I did it last year, but I finally paid it off. So supposedly they're going to be shipping it out December at some point, perhaps. Yeah, that really sucks. Sucks, Canis. Um, how's the shipping from China? Because I get my last Ronin, which I actually have. I have the shirtless version. I have the shirtless version come in. It should be tomorrow, maybe. The post office really hasn't updated me. But I buy from AliExpress, honestly. Pretty much every NECA figure, every new NECA figure, since they're made in China, As soon as they're made, they go right to like the overseas distributors. And so the AliExpress sellers will sell it to you right away. So shipping from there to here, it's like $10. So that might be an option, Canis, for you too. I love AliExpress. It's pretty much only good for like NECA. There's a few Super 7 figures on there sometimes, but they've been super expensive. But the last Ronin, I would definitely check AliExpress. One of my favorite places to buy pretty much every NECA figure. God, yeah, I really love this Leo, folks. Let me take off some of the accessories so you can kind of see the details on this boy. Because one of the fun things about Super 7, the original figures, they had an incredible amount of detail, right, themselves. Actually, you can see on the back, technically, the original has a little more detail. You can see the back is painted there. A little blue. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, especially the knees. They haven't quite worked out how to do humans super well. Like, I'll show you. Dropped a piece. Like the April figure, super great, but when it comes to their knees, they always just do weird stuff with the knees. I don't know why they can't figure out knees. Yeah, NECA does really good, generally. For Super 7, I think the Casey Jones looks really good. I don't think I have any of the humans. No, I have Shredder. God, I'm making a mess of all my figures. The Shredder figure, pretty good. The April figure, it's kind of, especially with the Super 7 Ultimates line, they're very true to the originals. So if the original sucked, the Super 7... Ooh. Is this a problem with Leo stand-in? No, I just had his feet weird. But the Shredder I like. So, the wobbly legs. Let me show you. People have said that. I would say the hip joint, this one is pretty wobbly. The legs themselves on mine aren't wobbly. So it's not like, well, yeah. Actually, can you see that? As I was doing it, like his hip. Yeah, so I don't know if I would call mine wobbly or even loose necessarily. But yeah, I'm sure most folks would call it wobbly. Like one good super sturdy figure is the last Ronin. The reason they did that, there's two head sculpts. I'd have to find the other one. The original figure, they made it like that, where the eyebrows were part of the helmet. And so they did two head sculpts on the Super 7 one, where they really just embraced it, the ridiculousness of it. And I think it's hilarious. And that's kind of Super 7's MO. They're kind of really... They try to be really authentic to the actual figure and bring it up to modern standards. Yeah, but I would say my Leo's pretty sturdy, but definitely loose. And I can totally see how if some folks' figures were wobbly. But not bad. Like, I'm jiggling him. And he's not like totally shaken. So he holds a pose for me pretty good. One thing though, I'm super used to, especially with NECA, the figures don't stand so well. So if you're trying to pose them for all kinds of like photography and stuff, it sucks. I would recommend you can get these stands. Any figure with like the foot peg hole. And you can latch them on there. This one, this is for NECA figures, but it fits a lot of figures. But it can help stabilize things really good if you ever need to. Though, of course, if the legs are loose, nothing's going to help. Yeah, there's a lot of good Star Wars figures. It's a great time to be a collector. That's why, honestly, I just have to be very selective with what I collect. Or I'm just going to be sending stuff. Like, one other Super 7 Ultimates line I would love to get, actually, is the Toxic Avengers. They have, you can get, like, Toxie, and I think they're releasing, like, a second wave that are really cool. But yeah, all in all, like, he holds, I would say he holds poses super good. Kind of doing like a Karate Kid kick. Does that stand? The balance. Ooh, ooh, wait, ooh. I mean, pretty good. So it's loose. It's a bit wobbly. Over time, will it get more loose? Probably. But he's pretty sturdy on one leg. But yeah, definitely Super 7 has had issues with that. And they trend to be more wobbly. Like this figure is so solid, it's almost too solid. But if you're trying to like pose it, it's like rock solid, you know? So it's kind of iffy. You really, these days with figures, it's kind of interesting. They just really, they can't seem to sort it out, you know, one way or the other. I'm pretty pleased. This guy's a Ronin. Other guy's a samurai. Yeah, Leo's holding up fine. One-legged Leo. The Mesozoic Beast, those look super cool. See, that's the kind of thing, yeah, like, I love paying attention to toys and seeing all the cool stuff, but the more I do it, it's like, oh, gotta buy this, gotta buy this. And before I know it, I have like hundreds of dollars of pre-orders. So some of the really cool stuff, yeah, I gotta keep a lid on it. Yeah, I'm with you, April. I'm with you. I have a bunch of the older ones. This guy. I had a bunch of Leos out because I did a Leo video a while ago. But yeah, the old Playmates, and they don't really do it with the new figures. Like, I'll compare. If you look at, and I hate to do it because I love Rise. But if you look at the original, you know, insane detail, the sculpt, the paint. They painted every little bit they could, it feels like, right? But new figures, and mind you, these were like $12 when they came out, maybe 10. So they're pretty cheap, right? Compared to like 50. But super minimal paint. So Playmates has really kind of fallen off. Here's a very recent like Mirage Leo, which I think is great, honestly. And again, for the price, the sculpt is still all there. They just really don't go all out with the paint anymore. They kind of do whatever. So that's where That's why I just really dig Super 7 taking the originals. The original Samurai Leo, Sewer Samurai. And they take it and just bring it in to the modern era. Yep, Astronaut Wrath. What they're doing is I have Surfer Mikey on the way, but the original turtles, they're essentially like 4 like costume turtles. They're remaking all of these, so this guy's in like wave 8. He'll be coming out like next year, maybe. They've released wave 5 and 6, so we're still waiting on 7, I think. The red bandana Leo. So the Super 7 figures, I just love this pose, by the way. The Super 7 figures are 7-inch. These are taller than that. Well, kind of standing up. So they're like 7 inches, 8. The TMNT Adventure Slash. I've heard it's really good, actually, that NECA figure. Everything I've seen, it looks killer. I was never super into the Archie comics. But that Slash is great, so I think that Slash is awesome. I'd definitely go for it. Super 7 original monsters, I hope so too. I would love that. I have them somewhere. I think I knocked down. I have my Leo. Wolfman Leo. I mean, obviously, NECA's been doing their own Universal monsters. You can see there. Super 7 has the rights to remake the original line. So I'm kind of thinking, and maybe this is just my own fantasy, I'm thinking / hoping perhaps Super 7 has the rights to do those figures as well, and they've just been waiting on it. Because Universal, they don't care. They'll let everyone make figures. Super 7 makes other Universal figures. And TMNT, they don't care. They'll let everyone make figures. So I'm hoping they circle back and do their own versions. Maybe they've just been waiting for NECA to do theirs, or I don't know how it works out with the rights or the deals. I'm sure they coordinate somehow. That's sweet. I have my Leo is complete, I believe. I have like the trap somewhere, but he's got the little scepter, the gun, the sword with the web on it. Not a lot of my figures survived complete. As a kid, I was rather unscrupulous. Somehow, if you can believe it. And so I lost a hell of a lot of accessories. Dracula Donnie, he's one I have in box. Somewhere. Yeah, for me, I think the Universal Monsters is the favorite. The Wild West line, I wouldn't count it out though. Because we're getting like Punker Dawn. And so they've really been going wild. They do pretty much each wave, they do 4 to 5 figures. And now that they've gotten through the basic line of figures, they're really just going wild with them. My favorite figure... Currently, I think my favorite figure is still going to be Hunchback Leo. I think he's just insanely cool, the storage shell. Yeah, maybe. You might be right, Flash. They might avoid those ones. But again, you never know. Aside from things like that. But yeah, I think that Leo is my favorite figure. Yeah, you can't beat Storage Shell Einhorn. You really can't. Coming up, I think Surfer Mikey, super cool. This Samurai Leo is just super cool. Once you get into the variants and they just do so much cool, wacky stuff. There's like all the detail, because there's like a chainmail. Like a chainmail texture on the side of him there. That would be cool. They did do Super 7. Oh, plastic. Super 7 is doing. They did like the glow in the dark turtles, and they actually had the colored belts, which basically from the original storage shells. I just have the red storage shell RAF. What are your all's favorite figure? I don't collect Marvel Legends. Again, it's the kind of thing where I love Marvel and those comic books, but before I know it, I'd be spending all my money on them. So I've really tried to hone in on TMNT. Hey Raw, how's it going? But yeah, what's everyone's favorite figure? What do you guys collect? I'm staring right at you, chat. I just have you on my TV, staring at chat, but otherwise, I'm staring right at you. Thank you for the rose. Appreciate it. Well, handsome. Thank you. You know, I've not been watching my figure at all. Original Mikey, Robot Rocksteady. I know they're doing Robot Bebop, so I assume, you know, the next wave or the wave after that, they'll do Robot Rocksteady, I have to imagine. I don't think they would leave those hanging. Wolfman Leo. Metal Mutant Leo is good. The Shogun Leo, that one's a good one. I do like that one. I've been seeing a lot on TikTok the Apocalypse Marvel Legends. I think that figure is dope. And the Beast. Have you seen like the Beast? He has like his lab coat. That one's awesome. I think Marvel Legends, they do some really, really cool ones. I don't necessarily like when they do like the human figures, because they essentially just reuse the same body. But when they get really out there and start using different things, I think those are super dope. I do like, what is it? The Noir Spider-Man. That one's super cool. Itachi from Pacific Rim. Yeah, Whatnot is pretty good. I've tried, NECA does make a ton of good figures. I mean, it's kind of crazy, and their detail is always spot on. That's not NECA, it's Super 7, but NECA, the detail's crazy. Leo's good to collect. I've tried a few auctions on Whatnot, but I swear to God, like, it goes from like, they're like, oh, it's $5, and it goes straight up to like $180. And so I can never, I always feel like they're juicing the auctions, you know? So I try to stick to like eBay. One good app I found where you can sometimes get crazy deals is the Network app. It's like spelled weird. It's like NETWRK. It's something weird. It's a weird app. I don't understand how it works, but they'll do like drops where it's like essentially like someone's doing like a live, but they'll also have figures to sell. But sometimes they'll sell stuff super cheap. I got a Super 7 one for like $5. The WWE turtles are super fun. I love those too. Like, anytime you give a turtle hair, it's over. It's over. Hey, Bents, what's going on? But anytime turtles have hair, you can't go wrong. You you can't go wrong. Diamond Select. What kind of figures does Diamond Select make? Obviously, I know the name Diamond, but I've never put together in my head enough of their figures to like remember it. It's a great time for toys for sure. I'm just chilling out. We opened Sewer Samurai Leo. I will, of course, I've been uploading my lives to YouTube afterwards. And of course, I'm going to do like a proper TikTok video going through it. But if you ever want to watch the full live, or if you missed it, you can always check there afterwards. I love Fallout. The first one I played was Fallout 3. I got super into that. Fallout 4, not as good. New Vegas was good. I need to like muscle down and play like the originals because those obviously are super good. I got super into Wasteland 3 because that's essentially a lot of the original folks who made the Fallout games worked on those. Yeah, Diamond Select Marvel. Yeah, Marvel's super good. I like Marvel. I like the zombies line. Yeah, there's so much good stuff. I've seen some good stuff from like Mezco too. I did play. I think I did play Fall of Cybertron. Was that the one there was like a online, like you could do like an online battle? I think I yeah I feel like that was Cybertron. That was fun, like the multiplayer stuff. Yeah, Fallout 4. I really liked Fallout 4. But what bugged me is they kind of phoned in the story, like certain bits, and it's kind of like a Bethesda thing, um, where they do like a lot of the exploration things like that. So certain bits are really good, and the main story was good to a point, but I think they got towards the end and they just gave up, and they were just kind of like, yeah, go build a settlement. So I was bummed that they kind of, to me, it seemed like they just gave up on the story, and it could have been something really special. I mean, I won't spoil it for anybody, but I was super disappointed with the ending on Fallout. But I love Fallout, and I've actually been meaning to start playing Fallout 76 again. I played it when they launched it, and they said they like revamped it, and they've added a ton of new stuff over the years. So I'd like to start playing that. I actually have, I'll bust it out on a live someday. I have the power armor head that you can wear. And I actually, when I put that on first, um, I realized I'm very claustrophobic. At least in the, because like the helmet, you can put on like the power armor helmet, and it's like so tight and so hot. Immediately, like my brain was like, we do not like this. And so I was like, wow, maybe I just unlocked a new phobia. What kind of crossover, Jock? With Fallout? Can you imagine a TMNT Fallout crossover? Power Armor Donnie? Ghoul Raphael? That would be rad. That would be rad. That's why I'm always excited when they do like the Stranger Things stuff or the Street Fighter. Anytime we get weird, wacky crossovers, I hope we just get more. Because TMNT crossovers are where it's at. Those are the best ones. Yeah, I think this Leo, honestly, even with the problems with the goofy hands, where they're just way too hard to pull out and in, even you might get wiggly jiggly legs. You can see mine, they hold the pose so they don't fall. But there is, I can definitely like shake them. Leo's Prime, Mikey's B, Raph's Ironhide, and Donnia's Ratchet. That would be rad. That would be rad. And it's likely to happen. Power Rangers, Ghostbusters, they've done it all. I don't play Halo regularly. I'm kind of crap at online shooters. The only one I'm good at is Splatoon because like the gyro aiming works really well for me. But with a controller, I can't aim like a regular shooter to save my life. With a keyboard, I've never played with a keyboard. Maybe a keyboard would even it out. Because probably pointing would be easier for me, but I cannot aim competitively with a stick at all. So I can do okay, but if I'm ever playing anybody with actual skill, I'm done. It's over. So I mean, back in the day when Halo was a thing and everybody was doing like the LAN parties, I played, but my friends quickly like demolished me. So there's some games that would be super fun to play, but like the skill floor is just too high for me, and you just get demolished right away. It's kind of like Smash, you know? Like Smash is fun with with your friends just goofing around. But once you start playing like real Smash players and they're doing all the combos and techs and stuff, no, can't. I can't do it. Skylanders. Yeah. My nephew's got big into Skylanders, and for a time I was buying those up. And you never know, Ken. Start working on those sculpting skills, that art skills. You could work for NECA someday. It's a lot of just like straight up artists. So, you know, figures will always need good sculptors, photographers. Look at that. Yeah, super awesome figure. I would probably say keep your eyes open for it to pop up on Amazon and get a good deal on these guys. Hey, look, everybody sucks at everything the first time they do it. And sometimes you do stuff a lot and you just suck for a long time. But if you just keep doing it anyways, eventually you'll get good, even if on accident. So if you like to do something, just keep fucking doing it. Do I have any loyal subjects, TMNT? That I don't. I'm actually looking to pick up the Street Gang turtles. Like their base figures. I think at this point I probably have enough like base TMNT figures where it's just like the straight turtle. But anytime you get a variant, so when you're telling me you're gonna give me a turtle with a coat and like sunglasses, I'm in. And those figures, they're only like $20. I know people rag on those a lot because of like the articulation, the quality. That's fine, but for me, like when the price is lower, you know, there's less expectations. So I think those are super good. If I see them in the wild, I'm definitely gonna pick one up because I think those ones, the street turtles, look really cool. A lot of my figure money has been tied up in the pre-orders, but now that they've shipped the wave of 5 and 6 in the future, I'll have a lot of money. You know what I just realized? That's a little weird. Maybe. Huh. I never realized the turtles have like a big toe. Look at this. Look at this. Look at their foot. Look at that. Look at this turtle foot. The video is behind for me, so that's why I'm holding stuff up way too long. But look at his toes. He's got the big toe and the little toe. I've never realized the difference like that. Huh. That's funny. I mean, it makes sense. Why wouldn't they have a big toe? Once a weird Deutsch TMNT blind bag. Were they like bootlegs? I think bootlegs are kind of awesome. As long as you know they're bootlegs, I think the bootlegs are super fun. I mean, obviously there's a goal. Some bootlegs are like terrible, right? But I think some of the bootlegs are just super fun. But I really like this Leo. I think this Leo fucking cool. Winter, I think, will definitely help. When it's cold, it always solidifies these babies up, you know? In the heat, in my room, it's still super hot. Even though it's cooling down, I think when these figures get colder, it'll really help them. Oh, no! Two right hands. Yeah, that's bad. Do they have, like, good customer service? Where they, like, switched them out for you, or how did that work? Yeah, I mean, figure quality aside and some of their issues, Super 7 and NECA, I think are pretty reliable. Oh gosh. This guy kind of dwarfs Shredder though. Well, no. Oh. Here we go. true. It's a good point. It's a good point, Candace. 2 right hands. Yeah, that sucks. Maybe you could do like one upside down or something and it wouldn't be so noticeable. I don't know. Yeah, I really, great time. And, you know, stay in tune, folks, because coming up next time, the rest of the wave. So we got here, we got a Krang. I never had Krang as a kid, so I'm super excited for that. Ray Fillet, never had him as a kid. Super excited for that. Leatherhead, had him as a kid. This one, look how thick this box is. I'm gonna stream tomorrow around the same time. I'm trying to stream like more consistently around the same time so people can expect it, you know. Yeah, feel free to leave me a comment on any of my videos if it's a good time for you, you know, and I can see when's the best time to stream. Yeah, definitely gonna stream tomorrow, pretty much the same. We're gonna go through another of these figures. My most expensive figurine. So all the ones on the wall that you can see in the lives or in my videos, I generally bought those originally. Sorry if you can hear the dogs outside. Most of the figures, like up there and whatnot, pretty much retail or close to retail. So it's like at most, even ones like Werewolf Mikey. Thank you for the likes. Like $50. So if you bear with me, the ones I've spent either the most money on or might be worth the most. Hold on, I'm coming back. We have... So, yeah, I love pets. They're super cool. I just have a cat. This one I probably spent the most on, Dracula Dawn. I want to say it was like $180 on eBay. Anything boxed in the card, especially vintage, it's going straight up. You can buy them used for cheaper, obviously, and depending on how complete they are. But this one, as it stands, and you can get most of the line, at least the first wave. This is like $180, right? The second wave, some of those, like Invisible Mikey, is almost like $1,000. Metalloon Maraph, $1,000. So that's probably the most I've spent. Ignoring stuff like the Super 7 Turtle Van, which was like $500. Oh, Leo. That's a good catch. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they just did like the concept art and they just kept it. I've never noticed that, but you're right. This set is probably worth the most, I would imagine. This is the 2008 NECA Mirage box set. I don't think this is the Comic-Con version. There was one that was like SDC exclusive that came with stuff. This one's probably worth a couple $100, maybe $500. It's really hard to know just how much. But certain versions of this, I've seen like 1,000 or more. But yeah, I think that's probably my most expensive. I don't plan on really selling any of my figures. I mean, I guess it'd be nice if I had to at some point, right? But yeah, so I don't really do it for money or like hopes of reselling them. I just like to have them. I like to have cool shit. And I've always loved the Universal Monsters line. I just think those are stellar. So I would definitely buy more of these. It's just, you know, for $180, you can get a number of other figures, so you gotta kind of weigh it out, you know? I do, actually. I do. I'll show you one of those. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. I just fucked up the box. Oh, no. Look, this just became worth a lot less. I was going to put it... Oh, no. I was going to put it in the closet again, and I hit it on the metal thing, so... Battle damage. Oh, well. What can you do? Money bags, yeah. I mean, it's all relative. But, you know, it's really... I don't go out to, like, the bars or anything like that, so... Yeah, I have their re-release. I think that's super cool. I love, like, they do, like, the retro package, the whole thing. The color on Raph is, like, seriously messed up. Like, that's not at all the original color he used to be. So Playmates sometimes just not super right. But otherwise, yeah, I got all 4 of these. This was nice because you could get them for like $12. For real. For real. No. Like, I'm not super crazy about it. When I have stuff mint, I like to keep it that way. But, you know. So generally, I'm pretty careful. But what are you going to do? But yeah, sadly, folks, I have to get back to work. Because when you have a crippling TMNT figure addiction, you have to sell your soul to make them. But I'll be popping on again this same time tomorrow. I'll set up like another live event. I'm not sure if on my videos it said it was going to say the live event. TikTok's weird. Sometimes the way it says it does things isn't like you expect. I think it puts it like as a link or a tag on all the videos. But, you know, same time tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. Thank everybody for coming. I hope you had fun. I had a ton of fun. To recap, if you're at all interested, and you don't mind a little loosey-goosiness, definitely pick up Samurai Leo, Super 7, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, all those things. Good, good thinking, Kenneth. But I hope everyone takes care. Love you all. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it, folks. Appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful Thursday and a great Friday. I'll see you tomorrow.